Okay, so
Yes.
never mind, it's okay. So anyway, so today, again, we discuss about the writings from our master. Okay, so what is the topic for today?
Shining your light.
Okay, so
Shine your
I have
light.
shine your light. So my questions to you folks, do you have light? Do you think that you have light? Please raise up your hand. You have light.
Yes.
Do you think that I have light? I have light. Good, good, good. How many of you think that maybe not? Maybe not. Please raise up your hand. So if those that did not raise up your hand means what? Yeah, in which part? Light or darkness? Okay, so for those that think that you have light, so when will your light shine? When? Okay. Yuli, you have something to say? Yubi, you have something to say?
我吗，师傅？你是叫
Yeah,
我
是 yeah.
吉祥师傅。
吉祥。
My light would shine when I think when I make people happy. Like when I bring value to somebody's life, then my light shines.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so when you go to help Venerable Yo Hui, when she need help, your light will shine the entire temple. Right?
I hope so. I hope so. I
How
feel
about
that, but I
others?
don't know about others. Yeah.
Okay, how about others? When do you think that your light will shine? When do you think that your light will shine?
Jishan Shifu, I think my light will shine if I don't act with the three poisons. If I don't act with Raga, Dvesha, or Moha, then the opposite, the Wisang, Aloba, Dvesa, Moha, and Pali, that's when the light will shine, I think. And I think that's what the Buddha recommends. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Anybody want to share? Okay, let me share with you what the Buddha, or when the Buddha shine his light. Actually, very simple. We actually do this every day. Okay. So can you see my big screen? Can you see the master? He's smiling. So now he's shining his light to us. Okay. However, what the Buddha says, as according to the Diamond Sutra, how the Buddha shine his light. At one time, when came the time to eat, the world-honored one noted his robe, carry his arm bow, and enter Sravasti to beg for alms in an orderly manner. After returning to his place, having partaken of the food, he put away his alms bowl, washed his feet, and sit down on his mat. What does this mean? This means that the Buddha shine his light when he wake up and start to do all kinds of things. So for example, early in the morning when you wake up, if you don't brush your teeth and you go and talk to someone, what do you think that the person will think? So brushing the teeth is shining the light. Again, after that, when you wake up, you say that, oh, I'm not going to put on my proper clothing to work. So I'm going to wear my pajamas to work. Before entering into your office, you're walking on the road. What will other people look at you? In Chinese, called 得起烦恼. Why are these persons doing? Wearing the pajamas, walking here and there. So the Buddha, when he put on his robe, he's shining his light. When he take his bowl, when you, let's say your mom, your dad, or even yourself, preparing the breakfast early in the morning for your family members or somebody prepare for you. And when you eat the food with a black face, 面臭臭, the black face, are you shining your light? No, right? The same thing is that if you cook and you serve it to your children and husband, and you face black, being cao cao. Again, is it shining the light? Yeah. So when the Buddha carry his bowl and walk in a very, very firm and compassionate way, without saying a thing, basically he's already teaching the Dharma. The etiquette, 庄严啊, how he walk, how he hold his bowl is already shining his light. So that's why, how many of you have been to Fo Guangshan before and take lunch or dinner in the big dining hall? How many of you? Okay. So when you take your lunch and dinner in the dining hall, anybody talk besides the abbot? Nobody talk, right? How we hold our bowl? We hold our bowl in this way, right? So when people look at us, how we eat our food, we don't eat our food by we just 低头四不相, bow down and no, we actually sit very straight, but in a relaxed way. How we hold our bowl, how we eat the food in a silent way, people can feel that we are a practitioner. We are not the same as the normal people. So again, ladies and gentlemen, when you, after in Fo Guangshan, taking the quiet, peaceful lunch, and then in the dinner time, when you go out to the night market, to the 夜市, night market, when you go to the night market, will you still maintain how you eat things in Fo Guangshan? You won't, right? You will just see what things you buy and eat. So how do we shine our light? We shine our light is not in a particular time or place only. We shine our light in our daily life. This is what in the Diamond Sutra, what the Buddha is trying to show us in a very normal way, as normal as common sense type of things, in a normal way. So now, because I have been in the college for 6 years in Fo Guangshan, 6 years, every day, 过堂, go back 过堂, and then 过堂 for 6 years. In the end, I have a habit is when I look at people holding the bowl in like that, for example, this is the bowl, in like that, to me looks weird. I'm used to in like that. So it, again, is a kind of habit to build. It needs time. But if we apply it in our daily life, apply it at least for one thing. When you wake up, brush your teeth. Remember to brush your teeth. That is already shining the light. How you eat, how you walk, how you talk to people. Of course, we have all kinds of 习气 habits, unwholesome habits that we need to convince ourselves to adjust. But if we regard ourselves as the student of the Buddha, we might not be able to learn everything from the Buddha, but at least one or two things. So this is how Buddha shine his light. Do you know that a lot of Buddha's disciple, 徒弟, they did not actually really listen to the teachings from the Buddha. They just look at the Buddha, they say that, oh, I want to become the disciple of the Buddha. Yeah, so this is something actually I'm working very, very hard. I hope that when I speak out the Dharma, people will listen to me. Do you know that a monk or nun, or even a lay person, when they have this mind of teaching the Dharma, they still need to have enough merits. If not, nobody will attend the class. No matter how good this person teach, you realize that not many people attend. One of the reasons is because in the past life, we did not build good affinity with other people. So if I realize that, oh, not many people come to my class, when I say something, not many people listens to me, then I have to think about, this life, I have to find all ways, all kinds of ways to try to build good affinity. And that's why I work very hard in 讲经说法. Even a reading group or a small group or a children group, I will still, I'm very happy. Anybody ask me, I will say yes, unless it overlaps with my original work. Yeah, because when we realize we lack of something, then we have to think about whether should I work hard on something. So next life, I will be easier. Okay. So again, think about where is my life, my light. Do I have the light? And early in the morning when I wake up, are you shining your light already? Are you shining your light? So this is something, think about it. Okay, so, and this is what the Buddha did every day. Arms round to eat food. You know what's arms round, right? 托钵. In Philippines, do you have 托钵? Don't have. In Philippines, the headquarters, did they have around this time, they will have all the nuns or monks together, and then in the big temple, every I can't say continent, but like in America, is in Shilai Temple. So in Europe here is in Paris Temple. So all the monks or nuns, depends on the region. That in Europe, we don't have monks. So all the nuns will gather there in one day, and then we'll have the Sangha offering service. And after the Sangha offering, the monks or nuns will take the bowl, as what just now somebody showed it to me. Someone showed the bowl. We'll take the bowl. Yeah, you're the one that showed that. We'll take this bowl, and then we will walk around the temple, and then the devotees will start to do the donation. Do you have this in Philippines?
Yes,
Yes?
in Mabuhay Temple.
In which temple?
In Mabuhay Temple, our headquarters in Philippines.
Mabuhay Temple. Yeah. So
Yeah,
this is
in
something that
Manila.
if you never, Manila, oh yes, Manila, then I understand. Okay, so if you
Yes.
have not have the chance to do the offerings to the Sangha, I urge and encourage you to every year in this time doing the offering to the Sangha, go back to Manila Temple and then join in the Sangha offering and do the offering to the Sangha. This is according to the Buddha. According to the Buddha, this is the time whereby the monastic, they are doing their cultivation very diligently. So the merits that you, the donation that you donate, the merits that you receive will be much higher because the monastic are actually diligently practicing. So like this month, we will be very busy with the Dharma service, the chanting of the Liang Huang Bao Can. And we have to chant the Siddhigarbha Sutra every day. So this is also not just the transferring the merits to the deceased. Actually, it's also a time for the monastic to do our cultivation. Yeah, so if you have this in Manila, the temple over there, join this service, go there and join the service. Okay? Okay, so, and then in the daily life, besides the daily life, when can we shine our light? As what just now UB said, you shine like a lamp. Which means that this doesn't mean that you're like the lamp. This means that when a person that really trouble with some challenge, and you just appear and say that, oh, I need help. Not you just appear and that person said, I need help, and you just appear. To that person, you are just like the light. You're just like the light. So, for example, if in the temple, we need to carry a lot of things. In the big Dharma service, we have to do a lot of preparation for the Dharma service, especially the food. So if you know that, oh, this is the time the temple will have the big Dharma service, and they will have a lot of, they need to do the food offering, right? So they will buy a lot of food, which means that need to carry. If you know when is it, you just appear. You just appear and say that, oh, Sifu, you go and buy things. So you help to carry things for the venerable. This is a very small movement, action, but actually to the venerable is a very big thing, because female is still female. We are not strong as male. If you just appear, we might need to run 10 times to finish all the things carrying to the kitchen, but you might only need to go 4 rounds. You finish everything. So your light is not something, or it's not somebody asks, mouth open, then you shine. No, your light is you observe the condition, 观因缘. Because you have been in the temple for long enough, you know that, oh, which month is the time that the venerables will need to prepare for the Dharma service. Which time is the venerables need to prepare for the Chinese New Year. Then this light will know that in what, when, and how to shine your light. And then if you say that, venerable, sometimes I want to help, but the venerable doesn't want me to help. Okay, which means that at this point of time, your light might not be needed by the person that you want to help. Then you shift your lights to other places. Your light will not get dim or no more if the person do not need you. So that's why the first question I ask you is that, do you believe that you have light? If you believe that you have light, your light will be used when the condition is there. If the condition is not there, doesn't mean that your light is no more. Your light is still there. So this light is with you all the time. All the time. So when we say that the venerable, some people say that the venerable is like the light in my life. The venerable show me the way. The same thing is that we also say that you are the light of our life too. Without you, we venerables nowhere to share the Dharma. If you folks are not in this Zoom meeting, we won't have this session. Then I have nothing to say. Even I have a lot of things, I have nothing to say. Even though I say that my light is still there, but I still need to have another condition in order to let it shine. Yeah. So again, let me ask you a question. Where is your light? Where is your light? Think about it. Don't treat this as a theory. Treat this as a as part of your life. As part of your life. Your light can help a lot of people. But at the same thing, at the same time, your light can help yourself too. This is why the master says that being used by other people means that you are worthy. 被人利用表示你有价值。You have the value, that's why people use you. If people ask you for help, you walk away. Then which means that you have the light, but you're not going to shine to other people. Then later on, people doesn't want your light. Okay? Oh, we got more and more people getting in, huh? Okay, let me continue to share. So if you look at this cartoon here, don't you realize that I choose this cartoon is because this little monk bow. Bow. Why he bow? because his light being shine and people get shine by his light and receive this brightness. That's why the monk bow to people. So don't think that, oh, I have light, so I am very very important. If people don't need your light, you have the light, but people don't need your light. Again, we call it the cause and condition. And then the master give another example. Shine too through what we say. We always say that our mouth, this mouth, when we eat a lot of things, we'll get sick. When we say a lot of words, we will get in trouble. So Chinese means 病从口入，祸从口出. So this mouth actually this mouth gives us the chance to eat things to have nutrition, but at the same time, when we misuse it, then we will be in trouble. So again, how do we shine our light to others using our mouth? How do we shine? Okay, Yubi.
Cheerful when we give encouragement.
When we give encouragement. Yes. When we give encouragement. But the thing is that sometimes when we get angry, it's not easy to give encouragement. Yeah, it's not easy. And also sometimes we always have this tendency. You think about it. We always have this tendency is that, yeah, this person already is good already. Don't need me to encourage anymore.
Oh.
Right? This person's already did very well already. Don't need me to encourage anymore. So no matter how this person do or did, we just keep quiet and then treat it as what? As like normal. So our language of encouragement actually lesser and lesser. Don't you realize that? Especially when you know this person long enough. Recently, not recently, actually when I came to London, it's very different from in Boston. Boston, when I served in Boston, when I arrived to Boston to serve there, a lot of the old devotees and volunteers already left the temple. So at that time, we did not have, at that time, the temple did not have a lot of old or long-term volunteers or devotees, very few. I need to recruit new people. So because new people, they treat each other, they just learn the Dharma, they are new to Buddhism, so they learn about 说好话,做好事,存好心, right? So so because they don't know each other very well, so that's why they are very polite to each other. They treat each other like a Dharma brothers and sisters. So in Boston, there's one thing is that they are not so close. In a way is that if somebody sick, they won't automatically call them and say that, oh, how are you or something. They're not so close to each other yet. But however, in another way is that they're polite to each other. So in a way is that I don't have much verbal issue among the devotees or volunteers in Boston because they're still new to each other. Still not really friends yet. Not to mention about Dharma brothers and sisters. So when they do things, they will say that, 不好意思啊,谢谢你啊. Oh, thank you so much. Can you please help me? Can you please help me? 你可以帮我一下吗? The wordings are very nice. However, when I came to London, I realized something. The most, I can say that 95% of the devotees and volunteers here have been have been knowing each other for more than 20 years. More than 20 years. So their language among each other is just like husband and wife. Do you realize that the husband and wife, when they get married for a long time, they won't say anymore please and thank you that often. They will say, 拿过来. 做这个,吃啊, means eat. Come here, take this. No, the please and thank you, very few, because know each other too long already. So the same thing in London is that I realized that when their conversation is just like husband and wife, they don't have any more like please or thank you. They will say that, why don't you know how to do this thing? You've been here long enough already. 你在这里这么久了，还不知道吗？ And then I get a little bit culture shock about this. So sometimes I was telling them is that no matter how close you folks are, you have been knowing each other for 20-something years, the respect and polite is always good to be there. When you say something, you might not feel anything. The person that hear it might get hurt. And this person, because know you very well, they just quiet. They get hurt, but they keep quiet. But if long term, then they will respond to you the same response. So I always say that people, these two persons among each other have to have a distance, cannot too close. Same as husband and wife. In 1 year, the husband and wife, it's good that maybe 10 days or 15 days, you yourself go for a tour. Don't go out with your husband or wife. Of course, you don't go and do other unwholesome action. But the thing is that do not always stick with each other. You should have your own life, also a family life. You keep on sticking each other, you realize that in the end, the husband and wife have nothing to say. Don't you realize that husband and wife go out, the husband eat himself, the wife also eat herself. Nothing to say anymore because too close. And then because of nothing to say, they find things to say and then they start to quarrel. And they will say that we are not quarreling. This is how we talk to each other. So the light still there, but the light shining, it's not shining to get people feel comfortable and happy. Comfortable and happy anymore. And we treat this as normal because to us is that, oh, it's normal. We know each other very well. So that day I was talking to one of the Tu Tao. I said that, Tu Tao, when you talk to our volunteer, because she's in the past, she owned a restaurant. She owned a restaurant. So the way she speak to the volunteer is like she speak to her waitress. So I was teasing her. I said that, boss, you ask the volunteers to say these things, but boss, it seems like too harsh. And then she's asked me, said, Sifu, why you call me boss? I said, because you speak to us like a boss, telling us what to do. This is why, this is a very important situation, is that the longer we learn the Dharma, the more we forget about the Dharma. Remember, we have this wording in Chinese. When we start to learn the Dharma, oh, the Buddha is so close to me. 5 years later, you realize that the Buddha didn't get closer, but get further. And then 10 years, the Buddha is there. 20 years, where's the Buddha? But I tell the whole world that I have been a Buddhist for 20 years. I know a lot of things. Don't you realize that? So that's why we have to keep on attending the Dharma class. And why I would like to teach the Dharma class too is because I realize that I have this tendency too. If I don't keep on talking about the Dharma, the way I do things, it will go back to the time before I renounce. I'm the accountant in the department. This is how I talk to my staff. Even though I've been a nun for 20-something years, if I don't keep speaking the Dharma wordings, I will also forget. And I didn't realize it because this is called the 习气. The Dharma have not really planted into my blood yet. So if it's possible, keep on listening to the Dharma. And sometimes share with your family members about what you heard from the venerables or from the sutra. It's not telling them what you know. It's actually reminding ourselves. So a lot of people thought that, oh, I want to tell you what I know. It's not like that. Actually, it's when venerable teach the Dharma, the venerable should have this mindset. Actually, I'm reminding myself. I'm reminding myself. Okay, so let me ask you a question. You just raise up your hand, that's all. You don't need to answer anything. Every day, in the whole day, when you talk to people, did you use this word thank you all the time? If yes, please raise up your hand. Good, good, good. In the one day, did you use please all the time? Please raise up your hand. Good, 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 good. 很好, 很好. So this is something that we have to keep reflecting into ourselves. If we realize that it seems that I seldom use these two wordings, then I have to do some adjustment to myself. And also this thank you and please don't only use to your friend or your staff or your colleague. Use to the person that's besides you. These are the people that we always forget because we thought that they'll be always there for us. My husband is always there for me. My wife is always there for me. My children is always there for me. My parents are always there for me. So no need to say thank you. No need to say thank you. And one day you realize that this person say goodbye to you, you don't have a chance to say thank you anymore. Okay, so now what the Buddha taught us how to shine our light. Just now was the Buddha, how he shine his light. And here, the Grandmaster actually lists out 4 things that the Buddha taught us how to shine our light. The offering of candles and lamps are tangible ways of expelling darkness with light. However, by offering the gift of Dharma, such as truth, knowledge, and wisdom, we eliminate the way for those who are lost in delusion and ignorance. Actually, this morning, I attended a workshop on suicide prevention and awareness. Suicide prevention and awareness, because a lot of people, due to different reasons, they committed suicide. So why we attend this workshop? Because this group, together with the city, they want to organize different type of workshop, not different type. They want to organize a bigger workshop for faith people or faith leader to attend the workshop, so that we can help those people that have the tendency to suicide. How can we help them? And this is very important because I don't know you folks whether you volunteer in the temple or not. But in our London temple, actually we have the reception desk plus a main stripe whereby people can light the candles. In here, they still light the fire candles. And a lot of people, according to my volunteers, their feedback is that a lot of people, they come to the temple, they go to the main shrine, they cry and cry and cry. And sometimes they ask our volunteers all kinds of questions because they want someone to be able to give them some advice. So it's not just the monks and nuns to help people. Actually, volunteers can help people too. So the same thing is that offering a candle, yes, good. But actually, if we are able to shine a person that at that moment of time, they are in the darkness, even one word, even sit with them, that's it. Not saying anything, but you comfort that person is very important. So apply what you learn in the Dharma class, in the temple, use it to help people that are in needs. That's very important. And that day I was mentioning to the volunteer, and I mentioned that you guys have to remember the Dharma. Why? Don't always rely on the venerables. But you can't just do counseling to a person without the Dharma. So must learn the Dharma well. Okay. And number 2. Okay, number 2. Through extensive offerings, constant learning from the Buddha, repenting all unwholesome karmas, and protecting the Dharma when the teachings of the Buddha are in decline, we become beacons of light that prevent people from being led astray by heretical teachings. So what does this mean? This means that besides offering and learning from the Buddha and repenting all our unwholesome karma, there's one thing very important for lay people, is that you guys are the Dharma protector. Do you know what's called Dharma protector? 护法. 护法. What does this Dharma protector means? Okay, what does this Dharma protectors means? In Philippines, do you all come across such people called fake monk? Do you know what's called fake monk? FAKEMONK. Fake monk.
Yes, we
Means-
have fake
yes.
monks.
Fake monks. Yes, yeah, fake monks. Yes, they are fake monks. Yes, they appear like the monks or nuns. They shave off their hairs. Some of them even burn their head. And then they go around to ask for money. They give you a small gift, and then you say that, oh, the venerable, this is a monk, I need to do offering. You give them, I don't know in Philippines what is the dollar situation. Let's say you give them $1 US, and the person said that, $1 US, I can't even buy a McDonald's burger. $1 US, what do you think? What can I buy? They start to scream at you. They ask for more money. Then this is a kind of fake monk. So you have to identify what is a real one, what is the fake monks. So this is something I did discuss this with all of you before, if I'm not wrong. So this is one of it. The other type is what? They use the teachings from the Buddha. They use the teachings from the Buddha. They start a temple. They start meditation center. They call themselves as a monk or nun. But they keep asking for money. And some of these people, they have a lot of devotees, especially female, and sometimes have relationship with the female devotees. They call themselves as a monk, but they have this relationship with them. So they get money from the rich female devotees. The devotees get bigger and bigger. This person wear big diamond ring or something. They maybe take or buy a very expensive car. And they regard themselves as a monk or nun. So this is also somebody that you have to be very, very careful with. Because if you know the Dharma, you should know that first, monks and nuns should not have any relationship. Should not. Even the same gender cannot. No. So this is the first rule. Second rule is that monks and nuns should not wear gold or diamond. Gold or diamond. It's a should not. It's against the precepts. So sometime when I think it was in what? I was in Toronto. Somebody, donor, gave the monastic, each of the monastic, a gold necklace. And our abbess and us look at the necklace. I said that, wow, if we wear this necklace, 完蛋了. Yeah. First thing, it breaks my precepts. Second thing, I become a fake nun. I'm no more a real nun. So this cannot. Third thing is that unless we need to build the temple, we are not supposed to ask devotees for a lot of money. You get what I mean? So sometimes we will say that, okay, we need to fundraising for the temple because we need to build the temple. We need to build a university. So we have this fundraising and ask for money. But if without maintenance, build temple, build university, without all this reason for propagating the Dharma, we are not supposed to ask for more money. It's not supposed to. So if a person appear like a monastic, keep on asking for money, then this is something that you have to think about. This is another type. The third type, in the Western world, I don't know about Philippines, but in the Western world, I don't know about Europe, but in United States, there's a situation. The Western people, we have the three treasure, right? Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, right? Yeah, so this is the complete one, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. But in America, the Western people, they want to build temple, they want to build meditation center. They say that they are a Buddhist clergy, but they want Buddha, they want Dharma, they don't want Sangha. You know why they don't want Sangha? Yeah, because they want to get married. Yeah, they want to get married, but they want to establish a meditation center. They want to put a Buddha there so that people come in and learn the meditation, and he learned the Dharma, he wants to teach the Dharma, but he wants to have partner, spiritual partner. So, and United States have a situation, is that Buddha, Dharma, okay, Sangha, not okay. And this is not okay in Buddhism. Why is not okay? In order to be a full practitioner and a full-time Dharma propagator, we need to be a Sangha. I give an example. My time, or wherever Yu Hui's time, completely belongs to the temple and to the devotees. So if in the night time somebody call her and say that, oh, Yu Hui Fa Si, my so-and-so passed away, can you come and help me? I don't know what to do. Yu Hui Fa Si won't say that, oh, I'm so sorry, I need to take care of my son. Because there's a family, she can't completely devote her life, her time to all beings. So that's why we dare not ask lay members to devote a lot, because you have a responsibility. You have a family, you need to take care of the family. That's your responsibility. And the monastic responsibility is all beings, everyone. Yeah. So I always joke is that I am full-time, you guys are part-time. Yeah, part-time practitioner. Doesn't mean that you are not enough. No, you have a family. You cannot put your family aside and just go to the temple. You have to take care of your family. But for us, we are full-time. So recently I was thinking is that I can't call myself completely full-time too. Why? Because in my mind, I still have my mother. Although I devote all my time here, my mom is in Singapore, but I still worry about her. She's also one of my sentient beings. Yeah. So just now in that slide, what the Buddha is trying to tell us is that your light as a lay Dharma protector, you have to identify, distinguish what is the real Dharma and what is the fake Dharma. You have to help Buddhism, protect Buddhism from the fake one, or we call it the heretics. So if someone tells you, say that, oh, we believe in Buddhism too. We believe in what the Buddha teach us too, but we don't learn from the Sangha. We don't learn from the monks and nuns. We don't need to follow the monks and nuns. We learn ourselves. You realize that in that place that they gather together, there'll be a lot of people and people relationship problem. Okay. So let's continue. Number 3, by encouraging friends and family members when they are despondent or conducting themselves mistakenly, by guiding them in a positive and proactive direction, we become beacons that light up the way in the dark moment of life. So when your friends or family members did something not wholesome, and you know about it, if you can shine them, if they listen to you, try to help them. But if your condition is not there, your light, this person doesn't want it, then better keep quiet. So all this still needs to apply with 因缘 and 智慧, wisdom, prajna. We have the light, so please have this confidence that we have the light. But this light still have to follow the rule of prajna and also cause and condition. A lot of time it's not my cause and condition, then we better keep quiet. So for example, our London temple, they are going to do the, one of the buildings is going to do internal renovation. So I had been involved in the building of a small Fo Guang Yuan and also internal renovation in Boston before. So I have this experience in this area. However, when I talk to them, I realized that it seems like they are not interested for me to involve in. So that's why I keep quiet. So whenever they have meeting, what do? I walk away. It's not the right condition yet. So doesn't mean that we have this knowledge, our light is there. I want to say whatever I know. No, you still have to observe the conditions. If the condition is not there and you want to force yourself in, people doesn't want this light. No matter how shining you are, they doesn't want it. They do not want it. So we have to learn to walk away. So again, who teach this? The Buddha. The Buddha taught us about this. The teachings of cause and condition is very useful. Of course, we will still feel a little bit unease when we say that, oh, I know about this, I can help. But the thing is that, you know about this, it's not your conditions anymore. That's the beauty of learning the Dharma, how we transcend the way we think. Okay? So, and the last one, being sincere when working with others is to also shine our lights upon people. Sincerity. This is quite simple, but the thing is that how can we able to act sincerely? The definition of sincere. Our definition of sincere might be different from other people's definition of sincere. So how do we measure it? Say that I really sincere. How do we measure it? How can you show that you are really sincere? Let me tell you something you can't show. It's just like love. I love you a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. How much? A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. How much? You cannot measure feeling. The only you can do is what? Do the best that you can do in treating this person. That's it. Yeah, so sincere is the same. Being sincere is the same same context as the love, is that you can't tell this person how sincere I am. You can't. The only thing you can do is that do your best. And the best, that your definition of best might not be the definition of the best of the other person. So if you didn't meet that person's definition, don't feel sad, because you already meet your definition. You already tried your best. I always say that I can make mistake, but I can't make mistake with careless, with don't care. Some people just won't care. I cannot do that. I don't care, just put it there, I don't care. I try my best. So try our best in doing something, helping others by according to the rules of cause and condition and wisdom, prajna. 所以因缘般若 very important. The cause and condition and the prajna very important. Like that day I was sharing yesterday, I think. Yesterday or day before yesterday, I was sharing with one of the kitchen volunteers. She always asks me, Venerable, what do you like to eat? Actually, I cannot say. If I say that I like to eat vegetable, I might every day eat vegetable, no tofu. You know what I mean? And also, if I say that I like to eat vegetable, maybe the whole world know that Venerable Jie Qian like to eat vegetable. So I told her, I said that first thing, you shouldn't ask the Venerable, what do you like? You should ask what the Venerables prefer to eat. So I will cook as according to the Venerables prefer. So this is one. Second, and I told her, I said that what you think is good doesn't mean that the person received think that this is good. It's because a few weeks ago, she planted a lot of a particular vegetable, and she just brought it 3 big bag of that vegetable. We ate that vegetable for the whole week, afternoon, lunch and dinner. And at that time she said that this is good for our health, very good for our health, but we eat it every day's lunch and dinner in order to finish that 3 bags. So I told her, I said that I know your generosity, I know you care about the Venerables, but can you imagine if every day you eat the same thing? You know, there's a very there's kind of food called 鲍鱼. How do you call it in English? I don't know how we call it in English. How do you call it?
Baloney, Shifu?
Baloney, yeah.
Baloney.
鲍鱼, huh? There are some 鲍鱼 are very, very expensive. If you ask us to every day eat this expensive 鲍鱼, maybe for 4 days still okay. The 5th day is not okay. Too extreme. So the same thing is that she has a sincerity. She think that this is good for the Venerables. So she bought it, but she didn't use her wisdom to observe the situation of the temple and the Venerables. So the same thing as a lot of you really have to really sincerely devote yourself to the temple and treat Venerables very, very, very good. But sometimes might not be something that the Venerable suitable to have. It's just I mentioned is that somebody just donate the necklace, gold necklace to us. What can we do? So in the end, we take it out for the the fundraising option. In Toronto. At that time, they have this veggie gala. Okay, so now this is what the Buddha actually want us to learn in his entire teachings. Is that we learn the Dharma, we apply the Dharma, but we should not completely just rely on the Dharma. Why I say so is because you have to rely on yourself, because we are the one that face the challenge in our life. So it's just like this morning in the workshop, I say that some people, when they get sick, they don't go and they say that I'm not going to see the doctor. I just go to the Buddha and pray. I'm not going to do surgery. I just pray. The Buddha will say that there's nothing I can do for you. You need to go and see the doctor. So this is not a wisdom. This is a blind faith. It's a blind type of faith. So in here, it is imperative for us to discover our luminous nature within, so that we can eliminate the world through our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. We have to, it's true that a lot of time we are pretty weak, especially we face with all kinds of challenge from the external factors, from our body, our relationship, our family, our work. I can't find a job. I can't find a girlfriend. I can't find a boyfriend. My boyfriend is not so sincere to me. My girlfriend always want to buy things. I don't have that much money for her to buy things. And she keep asking, say that we need to get married. I don't have money to get married. These are the things that recently I've been listening to. So, all kinds of challenge from a lot of people. A lot of people. We receive from our all these challenges through our eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and mind. And recently, I also received a few cases is that they got cancer. One of the case is she finished her PhD. Very happy, 10 years of struggling, she finished her PhD. She wants to help in the community. And then suddenly, she got cancer. This actually is the second similar case already. A few years ago, there was another lady. She visited me in Boston, was working on her PhD. And she mentions to me is that when she finished the PhD, she will let me know that she finished the PhD. So a few years later, she Facebooked me and said that, Venerable, I finished my PhD. Now I can do what and what and what and what. I said, oh, amazing. That's it, through the Facebook. And one day in the Facebook, I realized that there was a message that she passed away. Just within 3 months. Just within 3 months. So this is called impermanence. She already planned that she wants to contribute herself to the community. So all this information comes to us. If without the Dharma, I probably won't be able to take it too. I will feel sad. I do feel sad for them, but I also understand that a lot of things really called impermanence. So how do we shine our light to the person that are really facing with this challenge? At the same time, shine the light to myself, that I won't be dragged away by this negative energy. Because it's true that when we face with the life challenge, we have a lot of negative emotional feeling. And this will become an energy. sometimes this energy will spread to other people. So how do we shine our light? By not being dragged away by the negative energy. At the same time, we can help other people. We can help the people. So when I'm doing the counseling with these few cases now. They are all not in London, in different countries. So when I was every time when I talk to them, basically I don't talk much. I let them talk. Today I talk a lot because you guys don't talk. Later I'm going to ask you question. A little bit sore throat already. Yeah. So normally I listen to them. I trigger out questions for them to talk, because this is one of the way to let them release out their negative energy. Actually, when we get some serious sickness, there are only two ways. There are only two ways. One is to die. One is to move on, continue to live. But continue to live, whether it's live in a good life quality or not a good life quality. So this is something that in our life, we really face with all kinds of things. And it's really when we are facing with the real challenge, then we really know that whether we apply the Dharma into our life. Because actually, if the Buddha already laid out our whole life situation to us, he already put everything on the table and say that all of us, in the end, what will be our future in this life? What will be our future? In this, all of us, nobody can escape from that. All of us, what is our same future? Simon?
Death.
Yes, death. And that is something that we have to face. But every time when we really face it, we know it that it will come, but we never ready for it to come. Don't you realize that? So again, I have also two cases is that they are cancer relapse. Relapse, but they are considered senior. Senior. So in the beginning, when they have this, they heard from the doctor say that, oh, you need to go for MRI, PET scan, because we realize there's something in your body. They have been learning the Dharma, but they still get shocked when they receive this message. So when they talk to me, I reply them. I say that you have this experience before, so a little bit better than those people never have that experience. So you know what to do. This is one of it. Second thing is that the first time when you have it, you have to fear the worries, the unknown. But now, because you've gone through once, a lot of things actually you already know. The thing is that whether you want to accept it or not. Whether you want to accept it or not. If you accept it, means that you accept the teachings from the Buddha. Sickness. The sickness come back again. It's just like flu, come back again. So the next thing is that you think about it. Do you want to happily do the treatment, or you want to carry fear, sorrow, and do the treatment? Or you decided not to do the treatment, but in a happy way. So this is the beauty of learning the Dharma, is that we are clear. We are clear. We are clear, and then we make a decision on how to face it. Same thing that day, I also I watched a YouTube about some of the actor and actresses. They experience the car crash. Some of them seriously hurt, so bones broken or somewhere burned or something. How do they overcome it? Two of them unable to overcome, so they committed suicide. But the others, through their family members, the support from the family members, they themselves choose to face it with a positive mindset. They can't go back to the past. They can't go back to the past, but they choose how to move on. So again, this is the light that shine. And this light that shine is different from normal people that never face with all challenges. They face with all kinds of challenges, but their light still continue to shine, and this light will shine brighter. So I told that the two devotees, I said that next time when we have a session to share how I face sickness, you guys can share it. People won't say that you're only theory. You never experienced this before. You experienced it before. That's why you can share it out. And this light can help a lot of people because they know that you know. You experience it, you know. You've gone through it. I can do it too. That's the light. Okay? Okay, rely on our own light. By eliminating our inner light, we can shine a bright light upon others. Only then is life truly of infinite value and meaning. So I already explained just now. We ourselves understand the truth of this world, this universal world, and our life. We ourselves build an inner brighter light, and we can help other people. We help other people to go through what we go through. Even though I might not go through, but at least I can show to other people is that my light still shines to the end of my life. And that is the truly of infinite value and meaning. So what is the meaning of life? Actually, life is what the Buddha showed us in Diamond Sutra. Everyday action. Every day what we do. What we do, what are the things we face, how we share with the people around us. Okay, so I finished my, I think I finished my slide. Let me take a look. Yes, now I need you folks to do a feedback to me because I might not see you all anymore. Stop. Okay, so I need some feedback from all of you. We still have about maybe 15 minutes, 13 minutes.
Yes.
About
15 minutes.
You still have 15 minutes. Yeah. I'm not overtime, right?
No.
No.
Before
Okay.
9:30 is fine. Yes.
Okay. So share with me what you think. Okay. I know that you guys won't volunteer to speak up. For those like you already speak out, you are safe. But if you want to share, I'm happy with that too. Same as Ruwen. You already speak out, you are safe. But if you want to share, it's good too. For those that did not speak out, so you need to speak. Okay, so let me see. Anybody want to say something? The earlier you say, the earlier you are being liberated. 解放啊, you know? Yeah. Tiff, okay.
I heard something about like monastic not being married because they'll be part-time instead of full-time. But I listened to this Dharma teacher named Eckhart Tolle, and he has a wife, but both of them spread the Dharma together. And also there's another Dharma teacher named Alan Watts, and he's married, but he has he's inspired a lot of people to become Buddhist monks and Zen masters. I noticed there are some Zen masters in Japan who became monks because of Alan Watts. So and then Eckhart Tolle, he's a good friend of the Dalai Lama, and he's spreading Dharma in a very understandable way. So yeah.
Yes. Yes. They are the Dharma protector, like all of you. They learn the Dharma, they can share the Dharma with other people, but they are not considered a full-time practitioner. Because when we have when a person has husband and wife, they will have the relationship. And then when they have children, then they have more relationship they need to take care of. So they won't be able to really fully devoted. They will have a mind of worrying the family members, worrying about the partners, take care of the partners. So you mentioned some, as well as mentioned, is that in America, a lot of, I can't say a lot, there are some couples, they call themselves a spiritual partner. They establish a meditation center. They have meditation retreat. They also teach the Dharma, as what you mentioned. There's a lot of Western students of Dalai Lama. They have this this situation is that they want to remain the male or female or male or male or female relationship, but they want to teach the Dharma. So as just now what I mentioned is that there's a tendency that they want Buddha, Dharma, but they don't want Sangha. But the Sangha, a person that renounced to become a real monk and nuns, we have one thing different from all of you, is that when we renounce, we have one very important thing called celibacy, means purity. We won't have sexual relationship with anyone. Yeah. So this is the first precepts that the monks and nuns uphold. So the purity of our body and mind is the path that we have to practice as a monastic. Anybody can also say that I want to teach the Dharma. You guys can as well. We have the lay Dharma lecturer, Tan Jiang Si, right? So recently there's I think there was some exam or something for the Tan Jiang Si. So they can, the temple can organize a public talk, invite the lay Dharma lecturer to share the Dharma, the same thing, but they can't consider themselves as a full-time only monastic, because we have a precepts, the precept of purification. Okay, how about others? You have questions or comments? If not, then I'm going to call.
Chair Fashim, may I add to that? I think it's important to understand the concept of celibacy. I mean, because the thing is, the point of practicing the Dharma is to remove what you call this, in Pali, you call it Sangyojana, or mental defilements. The act of renouncing the world and becoming a bhikkhu or a bhikkhuni means that you're taking a step forward to, you're making a commitment to reject the Samyojana, those things which are binding you, the raga, dvesha, moha, which are binding you to samsara. You cannot have that. It's, I mean, the idea that some people are saying, yeah, I'm going to Buddha Dhamma but no Sangha. Technically, what's happening there is the same type of, excuse me, I'm going to cause a little trouble here. It's the same type of argument that the people who defend meat eating, forgive me, they're Buddhists. We're Buddhists. There's some people who say, yeah, we're Buddhists, but we eat meat. But at the same time, they take the precept, I undertake the precept not to kill animals. How do you explain that? So it's like you call yourself a Buddhist, but you don't have the commitment. The thing is, monks and nuns ordain because they take a full commitment to removing the Samyojana. Yeah, you can remove the Samyojana as a layman, but but monks and nuns and their extra precepts, in addition to lay precepts, show that it's possible to take it full time, right? It's a reminder for us laity who are not yet willing to take all the precepts to show that we have to be serious about the path. You cannot dilly-dally. You cannot say, oh, I'm practicing the Dharma, but I'm going to eat meat. I'm going to tell people not to kill animals, but I'm going to eat meat. I'm going to tell people not to have unwholesome thoughts and actions, but I'm going to have, sexual relations. And you know where that goes, illicit sexual relations and all those other things. So I hope that clarifies it, Hisham.
Thank you very much, Ruwan. And I want to add on something is that, strictly speaking, the objective of the Buddha's renouncance and the objective of the bhikkhu and bhikkhuni, the monastic, I believe you guys know what is bhikkhu and bhikkhuni, right? The objective of the bhikkhu and bhikkhuni to renounce actually is to liberate out from the circle of birth and death. And what causes us, all of us, keep on rebirthing in the circle of birth and death is because of love. This love is the key things that lead us to keep on rebirth again and again. So that's why monastic, the first precept is celibacy, because celibacy, men and women, women, men, when they love each other, this is the beginning of the circle of birth and death. And when we pass away, when we die, and our consciousness comes out or soul comes out, we realize that we love our body a lot. Because with this body, then I can love other people, right? So that's why I want to find a way to have this physical body again. And I know that in my consciousness, I know that to have this physical body, I need to look for a man and a woman. They have this sexual conduct. Then they will have baby. Then I can be reborn again. So why celibacy is so important? Because the objective, if we do not need to liberate out from the circle of birth and death, we actually do not need to be renounced. We can have the Dharma, Buddha and Dharma. We don't need to renounce. But as a bhikkhu and bhikkhuni, the objective, the main purpose to become a bhikkhu and bhikkhuni is to liberate out. No more rebirth. No more coming back as an animal or as a human or anyone. No more. So that's the objective. So that's why in Tibetan Buddhism and Japanese Buddhism, they are a little bit different. So if you want to know more about this, you need to attend one type of classes called History of Indian Buddhism. When you study the history of Indian Buddhism, and when Buddhism started to decline and slowly become Tibetan style, tantric, very messy at that time. The Buddhism was very messy. That's why it declines. Because the monastic is at that time, so-called the monastic, they start to practice the male and female tantric. And that's why Buddhism no more. When monastics start to practice this, Buddhism will demolished. Okay, now it's 2:23. I want to hear somebody sharing. So let me see. Melina, you smile a lot. So you want to share anything?
Okay, so I just need to clarify, because there's a Chinese saying that 依法不依人, right? But and earlier in one of your PPT, it says that you rely on yourself. So can you elaborate a little bit on that? That rely on yourself, and then the 依法不依人, the rely on the Dharma and Nana.
Okay, thank you. When the Buddha, before he passed away, his disciple Ananda asked the Buddha, "Oh, Buddha, you're going to die. When you pass away, who can we rely on? Who can we rely on? You're no more there to guide us. If I do something wrong, who can guide us?" And the Buddha said, "Rely on the Dharma, do not rely on the people." Why he say so? Why he say so? But in another teaching, the Buddha says that you have to rely on ourselves in order to liberate out. So there's a conflict. There's a conflict. Actually, it's because of our 根气. You know what's the meaning of 根气? Our ability to understand the teachings. It's just like the sixth patriarch, 慧能大师. 慧能大师. In the Diamond Sutra, in the Diamond Sutra mentioned about 因无所住而生其心. Do not abide to anything. Do not abide to anything, and then with this mind of non-abiding. 慧能大师, when he heard this, immediately, 开悟了, enlightened. But many people don't understand. The reason is because he has this ability, or in his past lives, he already practiced. Practice, accumulate the merits, accumulate the wisdom. And to this life, just one few wordings, immediately he understands. Because he has this ability to understand. So when a person has the ability to understand prajna, 智慧, the prajna of what? Of impermanence and emptiness. If the person are able to fully, completely understand impermanence, non-self, and emptiness, then this person can rely on himself. Is because he will not attach to himself. He knows that even himself is impermanent and non-self. Unfortunately, a lot of us do not have this 智慧. We don't understand. We don't understand the Dharma. We understand the wording, but we actually do not understand. If we understand, when we have sickness, when we face challenge, we won't suffer that much. We won't 看不开. So that's why at that time when Ananda asked the Buddha, when Buddha say this wording, is for those people that does not or do not have this ability to understand the prajna. So since you can't understand non-self and impermanence, then follow the Dharma. Don't follow the people. And also people have their own kinds of explanation. So based on the Dharma, to use it in your life, experience it, and 见证. 见证 means you really experience it and understand it and enlighten from it. When people say that, oh, you cut your hand, you will feel pain. Oh, I cut my hand, I'll feel pain. Let me see the Dharma. And then experience in your life. Of course, not asking you to really cut your hand and then say that, oh, I'm really in pain. No. But when there's a chance that accidentally you cut your hand, you say that, oh, it's really pain. You are the one that enlighten it, not because of that person says. So when we say that rely on ourselves, this term has to include that this person understand impermanence and non-self. And this person will not attach to his self. At this, I have to say that at this point of time, most of us are in the stage of 依法,不要依人. Even ourselves, according to the Agama Sutra, there was once the Buddha taught his disciple, bhikkhu, do not believe in your mind. Your mind is like a thief. Do not believe in your mind. Your mind is like a thief. It will steal away your nature. Even a bhikkhu, we should not really believe in what we are thinking. A lot of time, we thought that we understand, actually we do not. And then we make a mistake and say that, I need to go for repentance. 我要去忏悔. We are not that sharp enough and focused enough. And that's why we need to meditate. Meditation is important. Meditation helps us to focus. Okay, so Any more comments or question? Why not last one? Sheila, you want to share anything or any questions? I want you to say something.
Good afternoon, Venerable. I just want to thank you for reminding us that sometimes we have to be aware of our family members. Like you said, if we're too close, we forget to say please, thank you for the good things that they do. I think we just take it for granted. So I think today's lesson today is that we really need to be grateful for the people around us, and then always show them, you know, proper manners, despite, you know, they're our mom, they're our dad, always. Because I mean, me being a mom on the receiving end, my kids would always say, oh, thank you, mommy, instead of like, you put the food down there and they don't say anything. I mean, it feels good to be on the receiving end when somebody, you know, praises you or shows you gratitude. So I think it's important as practitioners to not forget that we need to share good words and always be positive around with the people around us, especially our family members, because it could really improve the relationship with the family. And then if people are stable, like in the home, because I think you mentioned the suicide thing, and then there's a lot of suicide and homeless people out there. I think it's because sometimes they don't have the good family support. So maybe they have issues and they don't have anybody to go to. So maybe instead of waiting for somebody, you make an offer. Like if you know somebody's sick or somebody needs help, you shine your light in that direction. You know, don't wait for somebody else. You take initiative. You show them that you're there. Not necessarily you have to say something, but you could just offer like, oh yeah, if you need anything, just let me know. So that can, you know, they feel good inside. Oh, somebody cares about me, or somebody is there that I can really approach if I need help or something like that. So just the offer, I think, is it's a good way to shine your light to other people.
Yes. Yes, very good, very good. But I also need to add on something, is that for charity giving, we need to put in wisdom too. Yeah. Because you mentioned about the homeless and also some people really abuse our kindness. So when we do giving, it's important to do giving, but we do not hope that our giving are actually indirectly helping some people to do some unwholesome action. Yeah, so I believe that in Philippines, you have homeless, like in London here. Recently, a lot of homeless, don't know why, hanging around again. There was a period of time they disappeared, now hanging around again. So for your safety, and also not to encouraging for more people not to work and get money or food from other people. So this is something quite tricky. I have to say that for homeless for so many years, when I first arrived to America and first time, because in Singapore, we don't have that. In my time, we don't have many homeless people because the government will carry them to a place. So when I went to America, I realized, how come there's such people called homeless? And my first thought, I'm a typical Singaporean. My first thought is that, oh, why don't they get a job? But actually, it's not so simple. Yeah, the government built a shelter for them. They are not willing to go to the shelter. They prefer to sleep on the streets. Yeah, so this is something, is a new thing to me too. The new thing to me when I was in America, I said, there's a shelter. Why don't they why don't they go to the shelter? They do not want to. They want to hang around. And so this is something that is something very tricky and challenging. But giving is something that really needs to observe. But definitely it's not something that blocks us from helping other people. It should not be something that blocks us. Okay, so thank you very much. I'm so happy to have a few sessions with you guys from last year to this year. So thank you for Venerable You Hui, her invitation. So I have this chance to 跟大家结缘。And thank you very much for giving me your time. Okay, whenever 有会back to you. Or
Thank you, 觉谦法师. And I like the part you kind of talk about the monastic thing and how their thoughts, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay, so Erwin, can you please turn on the transfer merit so we can.
Okay. Okay, palms join.
so nice hearing.
Thank you very much, Venerable Jechan. Hope to see you
you.
someday or maybe even in London.
Yes, and welcome to London. A lot of people come here to tour already. So if you folks are interested, welcome to London. But I
I
have
went
to
there
say,
in 2011.
oh, really?
Wow.
Oh, good. Welcome to London. Nice place. And I can list out some places that you can go around. Okay, we are next to the Oxford Street. Means a very shopping area. Close to Chinatown.
Yeah.
Okay, see you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
，Thank you，觉谦法师。
谢谢，拜拜。
Yes, Chef.